welcome to this second part in this series of interviews with the Engineering Department's Director, Peter Snowden. Welcome. And when we had our little introductory chat last time, we were talking about the benefits of the hire model, and we didn't really go into too much detail from a business point of view.
Yep.
So what I'd like to do is, when we're looking at the aspects of safety, legal, compliance, the real factors that make this work. And I'll be devil's advocate here. If I was looking at this, I'm an up-and-coming trucking company, it's cheaper for me to buy my trucks than go onto a hire plan, isn't it?
Well, it's the added value really that you're getting when you hire, and the peace of mind, and you know, the complexities of running a fleet and the complexities of fleet management all have a cost. And you know, we have that infrastructure there that takes that away from the operator, allows him to rely on his core business. Okay,
so where would you say the hidden costs are that I'm not looking at if I'm thinking, well, let's just buy my own trucks and hire's a little bit more expensive, I don't want that.
Yeah, sure. Well, safe, legal and compliant is our motto, and when it relates to that and we talk about compliance, we're talking about the management of those repair agents, we're talking about the documentation that they send us, we're talking about how that's compliant, we're also talking about having that on files, having it digitalised, that can be sent to the DVSA, an important part of the customer's O licence. That in itself has a cost. It also has a risk if it's badly managed. If it's badly managed, then you've got a risk to having your own O licence and operating as a credible company. So vehicles are not getting any more simple in that respect, and whilst there's a lot of safety features inbuilt, there's also a lot of legislation that surrounds that we are looking at relating to that. So the DVSA have just brought out a further indication regarding to the guideline of keeping vehicles roadworthy. In that, for example, now mentions about exhaust emissions and the testing of exhaust emissions. So we're aware of that. So now when we're looking at MOT preparation and how we go about that, that's education to our suppliers, and that's also incorporated in our MOT preparation so that we get a first time pass rate. Now, unless you're aware of those, unless you have the contacts, that can be a risk, and again, a risk to your company and the credibility. And
that can lead to downtime, I guess.
That can lead to downtime, but it also can lead to a bad score.
Okay, and bad reputation?
And a bad reputation.
And have you got statistics, and if so, what sort of statistics have you got on the difference that Dawsongroup Engineering makes when it's actually running that kind of outsource operation?
Well, from an MOT first-time pass rate, the average national statistics are for a first-time pass around about 87% at the moment. Dawson's run an average of 97% first-time pass rate.
That's impressive.
It is impressive. We'd all want to be 100%, but you know, we are in the real world, and it's human beings doing these preparations. So best practice is a system that we adopt along with quality checks on the vehicles before they go through MOT. But that's one statistic that we can show. As far as vehicle downtime, and that's really important to an operator, we're running at about 1.26% of our fleet that's actually in workshops or VOR'd.
And compared to, say, somebody trying to do that themselves?
Be completely different to that. You know, really, you know, this is something that is borne by two things. One, our control and the way we chase vehicles through workshops and monitor those, but also by our equipment. You know, you hire a vehicle from Dawson Rentals, you're looking at a vehicle that is within a space of no older than 4 years, really, when it comes to a truck.
Yeah. And just one aspect that you talked about, the management of suppliers. You've got 1,500 suppliers that you look after.
1,100,
Yeah, so if you pick a bad supplier, that can really ruin a day, can't it? If they can't get you the spares you need, or...
Oh, very much so. And you know, one of the things that we do is we manage them from a KPI, as I said in the early interview, with first-time fix rates, their MOT pass rate, but also down to how they bring in the documentation. That gives us an indication of what that supplier is like. So the flexibility that Dawson has is that actually we don't own our own workshops. We manage these suppliers. So if we have a supplier that can't meet the standards that we demand, then we can easily change them and look for alternatives. And therefore the balance of our quality always remains the same.
So really, just to summarise, to work a trucking business today, you need a small army of experts, a whole bag of experience, contracts behind that, legal knowledge, engineering skills available 24/7. And that's the big difference that you get when you move on to a hire or an outsource agreement.
You're exactly right. Having that type of infrastructure means that we can remain safely compliant, back to our core values.
Or more importantly, your customers and their end users.
More
of the
importantly,
trucks.
yes.
Excellent. Okay, Peter, well, I hope you've got a little bit of an understanding now of the difference that Dawsongroup engineering department can make. If you've got any questions at all, there's an open line. You can use all the contacts around this video to talk to Peter and his team. And we're going to be back for a third part in the series, and we're going to talk about the future. So don't miss that episode. So from me and Peter, it's bye for now.
Bye.